Good position to start here. Taking the high ground. Playing at that like medium. This is like medium long-ish. Very nice. Pay attention to team composition, right? Because we could have gone and tried to stop the res if we were watching for that.
How's it going?
First thing I do if there's Genji getting on top of you is coach gun away first, because then you put distance, and then that means you can dynamite second, which will mean that you're not accidentally dynamiting yourself, and he'll do less damage. Yep. You can scope 2 if you need to, when you're trying to land those longer ones. Very nice.
Oh.
Stink. Just be ready to if you're being pressured, don't run like keep running back into that room. Be ready to drop towards your teammates, because then they can heal you and help you and tank for you and things like that, right? So just be ready to be next to teammates. Dynamite is gonna be really good to try to dynamite those flankers like Genji and Tracer, right? Especially Genji, but also just it's an ability you can pretty much use off cooldown.
Yeah, because they're really squishy, right?
Yep. And using off cooldown just gets maximum damage output. If she's around that corner, right, dynamite something that can go around the corner. Uh-oh.
Oh, oops. I wanted to press D, I pressed Q.
What were you trying to press?
D.
D, okay.
Sorry, A. I mean,
okay.
I was trying to drop down towards my team.
Unfortunate.
And I ulted there.
Get on over here.
The path of fate threatens to diverge in the enemy's favor.
Right now, we can even be throwing them into spam. Yep, exactly. Throw it up a little bit more for the arc.
We don't have the lead anymore. She's gonna blow.
Just a hair late to Coach Kun.
No, I died to Genji.
Oh, oh, yeah, he might have just landed a shuriken on you, I guess.
Stop that barricade in its tracks.
We were winning that fight. I don't know how we lost that fight.
Well, we ended up dying to the pole spawn primarily, and then we also so that's probably a big thing. Good, Coach Hun.
Their barricade is pushing up. Get in their way.
Very nice. You can coach gun up to like the bus right here, just so you can be on top of a high ground. Right, so being on high ground, right, using cover, requesting healing, all things that can help keep you alive there.
Yeah.
You won't get the best of me.
If you're trying to go more forwards, go sideways. If you're trying to go up, look down. Nice. Watch your health, request healing if you're low. So your Kiriko knows to turn around too. You press it if you need to. Yep, see, notice how she hurt you now. Nice. Good got Bob positioning. Okay. Very nice. Just be careful about like running away from your team. They kind of had to chase you there to help. Your positioning is doing very, decently solid. You're taking the high grounds. Just sometimes we're dying to cover. Good job getting to your team. Oof.
Oh,
Now to show 'em that I mean business.
this works out in our favor, I guess.
What is necessity for me?
Nice. Yep, just gotta be aware and you have to be very, very careful about standing still sometimes, right? Because that's what can end up happening. Really only can ever stand still if you're like 100% sure nobody's looking at you. Because otherwise you can get bumped
That
up.
was what I was thinking because we killed their tank, so they were supposed to fall back. But I forgot, like, Tracer can, just hide into crevices and wait for your
Yep,
team
exactly.
to.
Very nice.
Settle my scores. Barricades moving.
Good shots. Mechanics are doing pretty decent.
She's gonna blow.
Oh my god. If it isn't press Q to win. But I think so that was a good push from my team.
Yep, just need to win like pretty much 2 more fights here.
But I think the next fight would be, I think so, the last fight.
No, because you have to retake cart control with a fight, and then you need to push it back, and by then they'll have respawned. So 2 more if you win.
Oh my god.
Look at where your supports are, and look where you are, right? Sometimes you're just...
Actually, I was trying to help the Bastion, but our supports are like either trying to DPS or heal bot. I don't know what they're trying to do.
Yep, but remember that you can't get healed if you're not playing around them, right? So, your supports aren't always going to be on your butt the whole time. Sometimes you got to go and position around to where they're at. So if instead of just backing up and backing up and backing up, try pushing towards them, and then that way you're not able to get killed by the Genji Tracer as easily.
Do you mind if I go one more? Like we still have time,
Mhm.
right?
Yep, I do want to cover while you're like in queue really quickly. Just we can do one more, and then I just have one more thing to cover here with your secondary fire, or technically, I guess your unscoped shots here. So I noticed that we're just using unscoped shots probably just a little bit too frequently. Sometimes when it's not really needed. Unscoped shots on Ashe, I'm streaming by the way if you want to see, but a lot of times they can just be very inaccurate, and the big thing is that you just burn through your ammo really quickly while using them. So you really don't want to use there's a couple some niche situations that you can use it. Like you can use it if somebody's right on top of you, because obviously you don't want to be trying to scope when they're right here. So you can unscope right there, right? So if they're on top of you, you can use it. But once you get to like 10 meters and further, then you probably want to be scoping, or you can use it as a finishing blow, right? So you can use it if they're like that, you're just finishing them off, right? So if they're low HP or on top of you, those are the two times. But sometimes we're like using it when they're full HP from like back here, and then we just like do this, and then we burn through our entire ammo, and Ashe takes a really long time to reload, right? So a lot of times you just get more bang for your buck if we're just taking our normal shots and reloading in between those, because then we just are able to do a lot more. That'll make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense a lot. In fact.
Yeah, occasionally you can use unscoped shots if you're like trying to burn something really quickly, like if there's like a tank, if you know that there's nothing else to shoot at, like if you sleep a wrecking ball in the middle, if somebody sleeps a wrecking ball in the middle of your team, maybe you can, or he's like, or he's in his ball form, you can sometimes do it to burn through them really quickly, but you can see that it also just isn't going to be, it isn't even going to be able to finish him. So it's just kind of niche situations that you use it in, not all the time thing. So you can use it as the quick finisher. Alright, you can queue.
Actually, I am in a game already.
Gotcha.
We are in prep phase, you can join. It's like 10 seconds before the round. I'm playing Sojourn because like I feel Sojourn is better than Ashe on this map. Because a lot of fights and angles on this map are like medium to short range angles. Oh fuck! I forgot I wanted to go to this thing over here. Oh.
Need repairs. Not so fast.
Oh.
Yep. So, of course, Soldier dropped health pack a little bit late, so you could have maybe tried to get it off of him. But if you're not getting healed, you might want to try to make your way to either a health pack or your supports, so that you're not sitting at 80 HP.
Breaking them down.
Oh, this is free. He's free. He's free. Yep, he's free. Huh? I headshot her, right? I headshot her.
I think you hit someone behind her, maybe. I heard the headshot.
I'm not a fan of setbacks. Disrupting.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
So you can slide after it? Yep, there you go. Because she's kind of off on her own. Easy opportunity. Good job watching that res.
This ends now.
Oh my god.
So,
Lag.
what could we have done there to not die?
Actually, I wanted to go right side in the cover as soon as I heard her ult, but the thing is, I lagged, so I couldn't.
That stinks. Yep. Me also just hugging that corner a little bit tighter, make it faster. During that last fight, we were a little bit too fixated on the Reinhardt. Sometimes we'd get him low and then not finish him, but then just in general, we were just like on him the whole time, and there were
Actually,
like
what
two
I'm
people
trying to
pocketing
do is
him.
I'm trying to farm off rail guns off him so that I can just
Mhm.
rail gun his team afterwards.
Yeah. Alternatively, get like while you do that, it might be a good idea to go get off angles because we just couldn't. He was just being pocketed by the supports who you couldn't see, right? And then you couldn't really finish him off the whole time. So trying to farm him while you're rotating to get an off angle, right? We've talked about off angles before.
Yeah, yeah.
So getting that off angle can help you get to the supports.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
I mean, honestly, in general, top right support's probably better for you because of high ground. So contesting that top right.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
I did not know he pushed this much.
Yep. So I think
My bad, my
we
bad.
just came out on the wrong side there. Probably like going and contesting that right side high ground would have been better positioning. Because during that fight we couldn't see anything. We were too far away from the fight.
Monkey is a bad matchup against that Ryan. I would have to help my tank a bit more.
Go take that high ground above them because you're gonna get once we're sitting too far away.
Stay down.
Good job. Come on.
Can I get some healing? I need repair. Nothing a quick repair won't. I need healing. Railgun charge. Catch me up. This ends now. Apagando las luces. Threat neutralized.
Okay. Very nice.
Just getting started.
In general, I shoot Reinhardt a hair less, right? We've talked about target priority before, right?
Yeah,
In depth, right? So shoot Reinhardt a little bit less. Probably want to be taking high ground. So like here, taking that like right side high ground is gonna be better than being on this low left ground.
Disrupting. This ends now. I'm on my game now. My power emanates.
They go back there.
No, because that's just a little too far overextended. Because Sombra could catch you out pretty easily there. Like this right side high ground is gonna be really, really good for you. Yep, over by like your Moira and like over by your Soldier. That's gonna be really good for you. Yep, good kill on the Mercy, but just kind of left into them.
I thought I will get a quick shot onto that Sombra because she wasn't suspecting
Just
and then I'll just dive out. But
Yeah, but the problem was just that there were 3 people there instead of 1 person.
dodge this. Engaging the enemy. This ends now.
where did the ram come from?
He charged in.
Because for me it was like 1 second I'm behind my monkey, and the next second Ryan just took over.
Okay. Well, we probably don't have time for a full other one, but we can do wrap-up review, and then I guess since we have like a hair of extra time, do you have any questions about anything?
Yeah, so as you can see, my awareness is not at its peak. What could I do to improve that?
Always.
Do you remember what we talked about in terms of application and putting things into practice?
No, I don't think so. We had that talk before.
We have it. Okay. Well, I can refresh. And if this is anything new, well, it's a good refresher if we've already talked about it before. But when you're trying to put things into practice, right? Because like you said, awareness is important, but maybe it's a vague concept. Like, how do you actually look and see better, and hear better, right? Well, you are going to do that by making sure that while you work on it the same way you work on anything else, and that is that while you're playing, you want to make sure that you're not autopiloting, you're not just playing to play, but contrary to popular belief, you're not just playing to win, you're playing to improve. And what that will look like in your game is you're going to think to yourself, awareness, 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 awareness. Look around, look around, look around. Kill feed, kill feed, kill feed. Right? And when you do that, well, if you remind yourself to look around, you'll probably look around a bit more, right? And if all that awareness is paying attention, and you're actively thinking about paying attention more, well, you're going to have better awareness. And then as you do that for a long enough period of time, that forms it as a positive habit. Once it forms as a positive habit, then you can move on to the next thing to work on, because it just will come naturally to you now. And you can work on something else, and that's your improvement cycle. And the last thing is just don't try to do everything all at once, because that'll get overwhelming. Instead, pick one category of things, or 1 to 3 smaller things within a category to work on. Does that all make sense? Any questions on that?
No, makes sense. Not overburdening yourself is better than just focusing on one single thing.
Yep, for sure. Alright, well, let's do a quick wrap-up review. Abilities, slide. We have the slide tech I showed you. Besides that, it was pretty good. Disruptor shot, place it at your feet, but besides, and I think sometimes you were a bit off with just knowing how far it goes. Like, we try to place it from back here, and then it would go short. So just watching a bit of the ranging, keeping minus 30 meters. Remember, you can ping people and see it above their heads. So that can help show you if you're in range for your disruptor shot. But so besides that, it wasn't too bad. Railgun, gotta watch to combo it in, right? But you were doing much better with that in that third game. I think your abilities were doing pretty solid in that third game. So overall, that was like a low to medium priority. Ashe, maybe a tad bit higher, right? Coach Gun, just use it as soon as you get dove, get away from them. And then Dynamite, just off cooldown, so just use it a bit more often. Angle it up a hair more so that you get the arc. Sometimes they're doing it a little too close. And then remember, just let it fall into your crosshair. And then overall, same thing, probably like a low to medium, maybe higher end of a low to medium for Ashe. Ult usage, Ashe is pretty good. Sojourn, pretty good timing. Honestly, ult usage wasn't too bad. I'd say that was like I said with Sojourn, just remember to keep shooting while you're ulting. Overall, that one's like a low. not a big issue. Mechanics, watch your target priority. So in that last game, you're just shooting at Reinhardt way too much, right? Which just means that he's never gonna die, right? If we're constantly looking at the hard things to kill, we're never gonna kill them. So actively seek out those easier things to kill. Take those off angles, shoot at those easier things, and actively seek them out. Besides that, within mechanics, watch your unscope shots on Ashe. Use them if you're on top of them or if they're low, but don't use them. Just like don't spam them. Sojourn, tap fire at ranges, those 9 bursts.
Enhanced accuracy.
And then I think that's about it. With mechanics overall is like a medium priority for you to work on. Then next comes your positioning. Make sure you're using cover. Good positioning is the usage of cover. Bad positioning is the absence of cover. Make sure you're taking high grounds. I mean, this is kind of stuff that you do half the time, and then the other half of the time you wouldn't do it, right? So it's just got to work on consistency. Like you did in the first game, you did good taking high grounds, but then on that last point, I had to remind you multiple times, like go take the rights at high ground, go take the high ground, because we'd like come out on the low ground every fight. So take high grounds, use cover. Sometimes you'd be good with cover, other times you just die because you're out in the open. Watch your range, stay in your 15 to 30 meters. Sometimes you're just getting a little too far away on Sojourn. We were like playing back here, right? Ashe is also mid-range, maybe a hair further, so Ashe can maybe do like 20 to 35 or so. And then overall positioning was like higher end of a medium, and then awareness. Also pay attention to your surroundings, watch kill feed to know whether you're up or down, watch where's your team at, where's the enemy team at, make sure you're positioning with your teammates, right? If you're being dove, go be with them. A lot of times you're just like running away from supports or not going to your supports if you need healing. So go get healing if you need healing, don't sit at low health. And just pay attention to where your team's at. And overall, that one's like a medium priority for you to work on. So, number 1, positioning. Number 2, awareness. Number 3, mechanics. Number 4, ability usage. Ult usage, not too big of a deal. Any final questions?
Maximum firepower, good effects.
Yes, that makes sense.
Cool. Anything else?
Dodge this.
No, but if I have any other questions, I'll just leave you. I'll just leave them in the chat while I'm playing.
Sure. Yep, sounds good. If they're short, I'll respond to them. If there are any like long answers, it just might be easier for our next session. So I'll respond depending on the difficulty of answering.
Sure, no worries. I think so. We just have one more session left, if I'm not wrong.
Yep. So we just have one more. I thought we had 2 more, but then I looked back and I was like, oh wait, never mind. This is the 3rd. So yep, you're right. One more session. I'll